everyone, this is Sinister of the Gamer Section bringing you another review. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Also hit that bell for notifications. The game I'm reviewing is a PC port called Warhammer Quest 2 for the Nintendo Switch. This one has a subtitle called End of Times. It's basically a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy land. The presentation starts off nicely with an opening story just to lead to the events of the game. And of course it leads into the prologue, which you get to control right away. Basically the story takes place in a medieval fantasy land, taking place of 3 kingdoms, and it's up to your party to carry out missions to eliminate enemies and pick up weapons along the way, also helping out the various town people with their quest. The graphics on the Switch are decent and dark, but when it comes to combat it's bright and colorful, also during the text screens and the world map. The gameplay is basically, like I mentioned earlier, is turn-based depending on who's in your party, and you have to equip them with the best gear as possible. And also when I mean turn-based, you can choose your set character moving a certain number of times on spaces, then you gotta end your turn, then it's your enemy's turn, and then they do the same thing. Strategy is key here, because if you want to take your enemies out without taking any damage, or take them out the best way you can, but any bad decisions will lead to an automatic game or on the screen it says try again. Basically, like the score I would give Warhammer 2, I would give it a 3 out of 5. The pros I would give it is to the presentation and how the story unfolds. Also during the cutscenes, how detailed the characters are, and also the gear and the scenery of the open world map. And like I mentioned earlier, the cutscenes are also well done. However, on the flip side, the combat is usually for some who don't have the patience to play this. This game is definitely not for them, but anybody who played this on the PC will know what's going on. As for those who want to play this on the Switch, it's also great for you if you love turn-based RPGs. That's something you can play at home, or you can play it on the go. So I'd like to hear, your view of this. Leave your comments down below. This is Sinister of the Gamer Section, and be easy.